So my role this evening is the general evaluator, and that is to give feedback to any other part of the evening that hasn't already received feedback. So to start from the beginning, I noted that Tina was Sergeant at Arms, and she did a great job at starting the meeting, giving good housekeeping, and obviously in the event of fire, being in a physical space is far more important than if you're on Zoom, then you should know your own surroundings. And Barnaby was an excellent Toastmaster. It approached us this evening with great humour and the great theme of National Pet Month, and throughout the evening giving us snippets of fun pet facts, which is always good fun and makes the evening kind of gel together quite well. And Dave's explanation of being timekeeper was very informative and made sure that our visitor was aware of the importance of the timings and about the speaker's time brackets and a good demonstration of the lighting. And then Sarah's warm-up was very fun and wasn't quite sure where she was going, but it was very well waged that she wrapped it up with either being Hollywood in names or the DVD route, which I thought was quite funny. And that was very good, that kind of getting the audience engaged. We're not many of us here, but that was a really good number to kind of involve everybody. And then the evaluators who introduced the speakers, they did a good job of kind of informing us kind of the level that the speaker was at, and giving just a snippet of information, obviously preparing the speakers for their moment on the stage. And then moving on to giving an evaluation of the evaluators. So Sarah gave a Sarah method of evaluation, which I thought was funny, and she had a good sense of humour, and the words that she kind of used to describe how they could use pauses so that the audience can take it and absorb, which I thought was a good use of the words, so that you can definitely take it in a bit better. And there was good, I thought on some of the evaluations where obviously you're giving it your feedback to the speaker, it's sometimes better to kind of address the room so that everybody else takes it as a learning as well. So a lot of it you were directing it specifically at Dave, but actually towards the end you were saying when you took something on, you were addressing the audience, and I think if you try and address the room more, then that helps kind of everybody with kind of the feedback, so that although it is specific to the speaker, I think everyone can always take away something that resonates with themselves. And Barnaby gave a good explanation of the 3-2-1 method, and I like the way that he actually used it to point at being honest about Tina's speech. He was also honest about his own delivery, where he says he's always speaking quite a lot without many pauses, and he highlighted that actually pauses do help points sink in. And again, interspersing his many roles of being a Toastmaster with the fun facts. And then I enjoyed the table topics, and Kyle had a good selection of questions that were engaging and a good way of getting the room involved with everything. And I certainly thought the way that he gave us the kind of roundup of the other questions that we missed was also good. And in terms of Alex, I especially liked the way that he said to use the stage. And sometimes we have table topics that don't often give constructive feedback at how you can improve. And Alex did some very good ways of demonstrating how each of the table topics people, even in the small amount of time that he had, he was able to give constructive feedback on how they could improve being a table topics speaker. So I definitely like the walking the dog demonstration he referred back to. And I actually forgot to say that Barnaby's evaluation gave great hand gestures and demonstrated a good use of stage with the the first example, second example, third example, and I thought the kind of the feedback from the evaluators used the stage quite well. So that's my general evaluation.